YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. Yes, we are back. This is going to be a grab some popcorn, let's have a discussion type of video. So we're in front of my G3. G3 is not going to be a focal point of this video. We're going to be discussing, I got Tears of the Kingdom running here. We're going to be discussing a couple of different things. Let me get this camera together. All right, guys. So I really just wanted to have like a realistic discussion in this video. I have bought a lot of really great displays over the short time that I've been just really covering televisions in the space on YouTube. And years before, I went through a personal time frame where I wasn't buying such nice displays, but then before then I was too. So it's a hobby that I am truly invested in, the space of monitors and TVs. And so, I think a missed opportunity is to take a little bit of time just to talk about some options, at least how I might go about doing things. I don't know if it was this year, it might've been this year earlier. I have to look through my catalog of content. I think I made a video talking about like how I'm able to afford my displays. And I've showcased some realism on the channel where I've talked about at least two OLEDs this year that I've given away. At least one this year, one last year, two TVs. Last year I gave away the S95C. That was a Samsung full array LED 4K TV, and also the EF9500. We made content, I'll tag in wherever it tags in, 6 years at the time owning an OLED. I digress. I gave that TV away. We gave away the C9 this year. So I have a system that works for me where I kind of pass things, move things around the home, and then I'll either get them out the house or just give them away entirely. I'll either loan them out of the house, like just kind of, have them held somewhere, or give them away. The point is, affordability is, I think, a really strong talking point. And I think it'll be responsible of me as a content creator to talk about it. So yeah, you can look at like who's got the best deals, where the savings are, certain times of the year, gonna be good times to buy TVs. Another thing you can talk about, or we can talk about more of, is like, buying open box, buying secondhand from others, things like that. I try to make a little bit of content to cover all of that stuff, but financing and the things, the like thereof, financing a TV is one thing. Like, I have a lot of viewership, some that are from like overseas, some are here state bound. And if you're state bound, this is for sure going to apply to you. Like, so we have like Amazon, Best Buy. We've got a slew of different companies that you can, or retailers that you can buy TVs from. I think, looking into their finance options are definitely going to be good. For example, Best Buy, depending on the price of the TV you have, has 2 years, 24 months, where you can buy the TV, and it's virtually same as cash. There's no extra interest. Obviously, going into credit is kind of like a sensitive discussion for some people. I mean, it's rightfully understood. Credit can be an intimidating topic to a lot of people. But yeah, you definitely should be looking into that. Like, if you're able to buy a product and you can have the longevity of, buying, let's say, like a $5,000 A95K or S95C and 77-inch, a TV for 4,500, $5,000, give or take tax. 2 years to buy that is like, that's sensational. They also have an option called progressive leasing. It's not a credit thing, but it is something that puts you in a position where you've got virtually 3 months to buy a product. Amazon looks to have some great options too. They've got like a year, zero interest credit card type of deal. For those that might be, regularly buying, you just stuff in general from them, right? But if you've got like a big purchase, why wouldn't you put yourself in a position where, you can kind of cascade and spread that out, and be more responsible financially. Those are things that I certainly utilize, man, 100%. Like, I try not to buy. So there's a few different ways people create content on YouTube. And I wanted to talk about this also. You know, some people will buy a product and they'll buy the product and return the product. Now, I'm not here to judge anybody, but, you know, I steer clear from that totally, because the whole point of me getting on here, like one of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to create content in a different space versus what I was seeing, right? I wanted to just be the person that, you know, you could talk to and it's just like, yo, dude's just regular as hell. You know, he's just regular cat. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to think I'm chill or not, but just pretty ordinary. And so, you know, that's why I talk the way that I do and I do the videos the way that I do them. That's why I don't focus first on production being like the best. So when a person's like, yo, man, your TV's not showing exactly, I'm like, dude, the talking points about the TV is what's important. You know, I'm not trying to be like the highest, you know, YouTuber that's doing stuff, you know, that has a team. The grassroots, I'm building it, right? So I wanted to build the engagement. I wanted to build the relationship. So when people ask the question, they're like, yo, I know dude got like hella kids and, you know, he probably got his stuff together. He do his stuff a little bit similarly to how I would. That's what I wanted it to be. So I don't buy TVs to review TVs, because then I feel like it would be easier for me to be able to be in a space to talk good or bad about a TV. What I do though is I've done this long enough to kind of have an idea as to what I'm looking for. And so from there, I make my purchases and then I show the content and I can get, it's kind of like I can milk the system, right? So like I'm already getting what I know that I wanted, but then I'm able to make more content. Like if you watch YouTube, like how reviews go, people will have like 1 or 2 videos and those videos might have a ton of views, right? But it's just like, it's a nice thumbnail and it's a catchy title, and the concept of how they're shooting the video is like, boom, here's a review of this, just, you know, what it is. My content is going to be more like day in the life stuff. Like I might make a video tomorrow telling you how I don't like this TV in comparison to something else. And that'll either lead people to say, well, dang, you know, the idea is my plan, like in a perfect world would be for you to see that video, right? And for you to backtrack like, well, what did he say before this? Or for you to subscribe and say, hey, I'm going to hang on tight so I can see what he's got to say in the future. That's the way that, like, that's my angle in how I shoot content. But all the while I'm doing it, it's like, this is my TV. This TV's like out of return period. This is not like something that's going back to the retailer. Like, this is what I actually bought. I like it. So if I tell you I like it, it's because, hey, it's cool. And if I tell you next week it's kind of shitty, excuse my language, but it's because I might have experienced something that wasn't so great. All the while, it's just being true to yourself, right? And so I'm displaying that to you. But I think you guys should really be conscious of, like, you know, how we're investing into our TVs. You know, this is a hobby of mine. It's a hobby. You got some people that collect deer heads. You know what I'm saying? Some people fish. You know, some people buy sneakers, a multitude of sneakers. Some men or women, you know, they date. I mean, it's just like a lot of people have a lot of different things that they might be interested in. And me, I'm not like a Rolex watch collector. I don't own like a ton of cars. And, you know, I'm just a technology enthusiast. Like, I am true to what that is. It's not buy this so you can shoot this and so you can produce this content so people can jock your style and latch on to you being fake with it. It's like, nah, TVs is really the dude's thing. Monitors are the dude's thing. Computing is the dude's thing. Like, I'm just into technology. But let's just keep, you know, the focus of it to how you can afford stuff. So stay in your lane. If you think that you're good with the TV that you have, you know, stick with that TV. Don't worry about, you know, buying into the next thing just because you see a TKK or a Tech with KG or a Tech Enthusiasm or a Plasma TV Gaming or a Quantum TV or Classy. Like, I subscribe to all of these dudes, and the ones that I didn't mention, you know what I'm saying, a Whisper Status or a Stop the FOMO. Like, just because you see us talking about this panel or that panel, it doesn't mean that's for you. It's just that, you know, we happen to be okay with putting ourselves and our personalities, for whatever that's worth, in front of the camera and talking about something that we're experienced with. However we've went about amassing those things, I think the reality needs to be Buy what you can afford. Stay in your lane, because the camera, the camera is, the person in front of the camera is only going to show you what they want you to see. That's a fact, right? This video, I know it's, like I said earlier, it's all over the place, but what you are listening to even right now, I'm going to edit and merge this to how I want it to be, because I could have had a doorbell ring or anything could have happened and I didn't want you to see that. You just need to take with a grain of salt what you're seeing and understand that you don't need to put yourself in a bad position trying to keep up with somebody, so to speak. That's kind of what I wanted to chime in on. And utilize finance opportunities, man. Keep your finances in order. Make sure that you have everything where it needs to be. Bills are paid and stuff like that. This shit is not of any kind of real significance in my life. I enjoy the hell out of the displays, and I like to have a popping setup. I got many of them, and I have for a very long time. But I am in no way about to put my family in a poorhouse so that I can have the latest display. And I'm not about to rent no display just so, you know what I'm saying, I can get another 20, 30,000 views out of it. Just not me. But let me know what you guys think. What kind of options do you utilize? Are you financing with anybody? Is that something you might consider? Like, these are all things that I think that we should be talking about. Every video to me shouldn't be, oh, the G3 can do this, and oh, this versus that TV. It's like, bro, I'm living it. Like, literally, I am living it, man. We talking about G3, C2, C1, A90K, A95K, S90C, S95C, S95B, Neo G8 monitor, the 45-inch curve. It's a 40-something inch Sony 4K behind you right now with the camera. Shit, what else am I missing? Them all the situations. Oh, A90J. These are all current situations right now your boy got, right? So my collection is probably smashing real time on everybody. But you know what I'm saying? That's never put in front of you to make you feel like you have to keep up with something, man. You got to have your shit in order first for you to get one TV, much less to have multiple. Plus, it's got to make sense. If that's not like your lifestyle and who you are, then why would you do that? It's like you got some dudes that got hundreds of pairs of shoes. I got a lot of shoes too. I ain't gonna cap. But if that's not who you are, why are you trying to keep up with that person? And I'm not saying this is not against anybody. It's just, a video I wanted to just put out, man, because it's something I thought of. And yeah, that's that. So I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Peace, God bless, and as always, tell y'all, man, max love.